What's up, guys? All right, got a little bite-sized quickie for you. I only had 4 fights this war, and everybody's busy with Book 2 anyway, so yeah, we're just going to buzz through this as quickly as possible. We got a 6-minute video here. Section 1, I'm on Path 3, that nice big empty path, sweet. In Section 2, I do have this rank 5 Apocalypse on Footloose and Kinetic Transference. This is really good placement for him, and Pete, the Ghost Father, has reported. I signed that fight to him earlier this season. He said that it was really, really difficult. Maybe it was last season. I don't know. So I'm going to be using Magik there. And then I do have this rank 3 Doctor Doom on Aspect of Evolution and Enhanced Power Gain. That's a super easy Quake fight. But any Doom fight is pretty dangerous. So I'll be boosting big for that. So I like to boost before I move, right? Just to make sure that I don't make the wrong move. But then for the silver boosts, I like to throw those on right before I enter the fight. So I've got the White Mag's pre-fight ability, and you guys will see that I get pushed back on my parries super, super far. You'll also see that I totally thought that I could get to an SB2 in 2 combos, and I got just under. So now I'm in a situation where I need him not to throw this SB2 because I'm going to end up blocking it, and then the Footloose stuff is just going to happen. So I just hold my block until he charges at me, and I do the, I don't know what you want to call it, backdraft, special intercept, whatever, to get off my SB2, and now the fight is over. I do have, I think, one weird interaction. You guys will see how I'm just getting like pushed across the screen every time I parry because of the White Mag's pre-fight ability or the cross-fight. So here I'm playing pretty aggressively, and he blocks it, and there he stands back. So usually when somebody does that, when one of the defenders does that, I'll stop backdrafting. In the past, when I've taken boss fights, I can get into a good backdrafting rhythm, but then if they start acting weird or they start, quote-unquote learning what I'm doing, then I take that as a sign that I can chill out a little bit, and that they're starting to get a little bit smarter or something like that. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, it spooked me a little bit, and usually when that happens, I just back off and play it a little bit more safely. Just do 4 or 5 hit combos and then get the parry instead of trying to backdraft. I am still boosted, obviously, for this fight, but since I'm not going to be hitting him at all, and since Quake's damage output is capped from Rage anyway, per Aftershock, it doesn't, it's not going to affect the fight length or the damage that I'm doing regardless. She would do the same damage boosted through her Aftershocks as she would unboosted. So, yeah, it's a super safe fight. Spider-Man does have a really high attack rating, really high crit rating, and really high crit damage. So, just don't get hit by Spider-Man, you'll be alright. Okay, so here I've got a red Goblin. It's Power Focus 2 and Aggression Prowess. This is a pretty good placement. Quake really takes care of him. He has 0 things that can counter Quake's abilities. But I haven't played this guy in a while. I couldn't find a duel, and he's not one of the generic duels in game yet. And, Kabam has this issue where it takes him a little while to get newer champs in there as generic duel options. So because of that, I was like, you know what? I've got 0 more Magik fights. I've got 1 more Quake fight. And even though I'm sure that I could easily wing it with Quake, I could do parry style or whatever, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use Magik here, get him locked down, and then I don't have to worry about anything, because I couldn't remember his animations. So I honestly I couldn't even remember if maybe like he had some kind of unblockable mechanic on his SB2. I certainly could have looked that up, but yeah, I chose not to, and just go in with Magik, and yeah, fight over. Alright, last fight of the war for me. This is that rank 3 Doctor Doom. He's got a lot more extra health because of his placement here on Mini Island, and he's got more attack. So I'm not super concerned. I do throw on my last White Mag's Guidance here. Or I guess this is, oh yeah, this is my second one. I used another one for the boss for Legacy, but just to get that extra attack, and then I used a combat regen boost just to mitigate some of the block damage from his block proficiency. But you guys can see that it's, that was really not needed. At this point in the season, I'm trying to finish out the season without dying anymore, and you know, we'll have plenty of time in the off season to restock the boost. So that's it for me. 4 fights, super boring war. I'm sorry for that, but I do want to document all of my war fights throughout the season. Only one more war left to show you guys. It's over, obviously. The season is over. But here we did clear with a perfect 50-0 BG clear, which is pretty sweet, our second of the season. Here are my fights. The first 2 on paper were hard because people have died there. The last 2 were very easy. And here are my season stats. You guys can see, like, if I'm using Quake or Magik or Claire, I've been super reliable. Magneto, that was kind of a fluky death, a little RNG factor there, but that is it for this war video. Here are the cards. We've got Phase, Manny, and Lags. A little print error, quote-unquote, 10 of 12. This is really War 11, so it's 11 of 12. Who cares? I will see you in the next video. Leave a like and a comment, and have fun in Book 2.